Title: AITA for dressing nicer than the couple getting married. A few months ago, my brother Luke and his now wife Caitlin announced they were getting married. They decided to have a small, casual wedding at a lake, and when the invitations went out, they all said the same thing: no dress code. Wear whatever is comfortable for you. At the time, I didn't overthink it. My mindset was, it's a wedding, and I should dress respectfully. Wear whatever is comfortable to me meant I had the freedom to choose something nice from my wardrobe, not that I should show up in shorts and a t-shirt. I own a decent amount of formal wear because of my job and a few past events, so I decided on a beautiful blue three-piece suit. It fits me really well, and I feel confident in it. I figured it was a safe, respectful choice for a wedding, even if the setting was more relaxed. Fast forward to the day of the wedding. I show up at the lake and immediately realize I have completely misread the vibe. Almost everyone is dressed super casually. I'm talking polos, sundresses, a lot of people in shorts, and only a handful of guests in slacks and a button-down shirt. No one else is in a full suit, and definitely no one else is in a three-piece. I felt out of place right away. I wasn't trying to draw attention to myself, but I could tell I stood out. Luke was wearing a simple suit with no tie, and Caitlin had on a modest white dress that fit the casual, outdoorsy setting. They both looked nice, but it was definitely more chill lake wedding than formal ballroom event. During the actual ceremony and reception, no one seemed upset or made a big deal about what I was wearing. The only comment I got was from my dad, who joked that I looked like I was the one marrying Caitlin. Everyone laughed, and I just brushed it off. I felt a little overdressed, sure, but I didn't think it was a huge issue. I stayed polite, tried not to draw attention to myself, and just enjoyed the day. Then, a few hours after the wedding, my phone rang. It was Caitlin, and she was furious. The second I picked up, she started going off on me. She asked why I had dressed like a pimp at her wedding. She said I had upstaged her and Luke, that I stuck out like a sore thumb in all the photos, and that everyone was going to be looking at me instead of the bride and groom. She was clearly really upset and not in the mood for a calm conversation. I tried to explain my side. I reminded her that the invitation literally said, no dress code. Wear whatever is comfortable for you. I told her that, to me, dressing in a suit for a wedding is respectful, and that I honestly thought I was doing the right thing. I also pointed out that if she specifically didn't want anyone dressing formally, she could have written "Rufmalism." Please dress casual or no formal wear on the invite. She did not take that well. She said it was obvious that no dress code at a lake wedding meant casual and that I should have known better. Then she asked me if I was that retarded that I couldn't understand something so simple. At that point, I got pretty upset too. I told her that just because we're family, that doesn't give her the right to blame a miscommunication entirely on me or to call me a retard. I said I wasn't going to sit there and be insulted like that, and I hung up. Right after that, she started spamming my phone with calls and texts. It was nonstop for a while. I didn't want things to escalate, so I blocked her number. Then I texted my brother Luke and told him what happened. I said I'd be willing to talk to her when she was ready to be less verbally abusive, but I wasn't going to deal with being called names. Later, Luke reached out and said I was welcome to come over for dinner with them. That made me think maybe things were cooling down, so I unblocked her number. She didn't start spamming me again, which I took as a good sign. At dinner, things were tense at first, but we sat down and actually talked. Caitlin pulled up some of the wedding photos on her phone and showed me what she meant. In a lot of the group shots, I really do stand out. Everyone else is in light, casual clothes, and then there's me in this sharp, dark blue three-piece suit. I could see how, from her perspective, it might feel like I unintentionally drew focus. I told her I was sorry for being unaware of the tone they were going for. I admitted that I had noticed I was overdressed when I arrived, and that in hindsight, I probably should have tried to tone it down somehow, like taking off the vest or jacket. I said that even though I didn't mean any harm, it was still inconsiderate not to at least try to blend in a bit more once I realized how casual it was. She apologized too. She said she was sorry for yelling and for calling me names. She admitted she was stressed, emotional, and disappointed with how some of the photos turned out, and she took it out on me. She said she was still a little annoyed about the whole thing, but that it would be silly to let this ruin our relationship or hang over my head forever. We ended the night on decent terms. We're not going to end up on some dramatic talk show over this, but I'm still wondering if I really messed up by not reading the room better. So, AITA for dressing nicer than the couple getting married?